We'll decide what to do with you later. What about your family?
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
Who knows what they'll do to you? You might just get a whipping.
For robbing Semine, that old miser. He'll have me strung up from the nearest tree. I'd be better off jumping off the cliff.
If I were in your shoes, I think I'd go for the rope. Falling to your death can be real nasty.
How would you know? Have you tried it? Although, to come up with something that stupid, you must have fallen on your head.
Well, come what may. Anything can happen. Maybe you'll get out of it somehow.
Sure, I'll get out of it. Bollocks. And I don't have to be the one who falls off the cliff. So no, I'm not going with you.
One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if there's no other way.
Fuck! All right, I'll come with you. But you'll put a word in for me.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want a ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to RODOWAN as soon as possible about what happened with these hands.
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
We didn't want to steal it. Well, Venser did. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't want nothing. Well, I got mixed up in this by mistake.
Stop arguing, or I'll unhitch the car and let the horses drag you the rest of the way.
Huh. Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
With you? Hard to say. We'll see what kind of mood Lord Semine's in. But with the wedding and all, I wouldn't get my hopes up.
But I didn't do anything. It was all Venser.
Shut the fuck up, Franzi!
I'm innocent. I swear on my soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Psha! Every man she could, I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right! You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout. Right, we're in Troskovitz.
Scoundrel.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
What was that sound? What's this? Are you following?
Will do.
And drop by some easy. Very wet behind the ears still. But you're a lark to have around.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked, and my wagon tipped into the pond. I sell...
And where...
On the... I can't... Mate... auf Wiedersehen.
Here you are, you thief! Give up! That's quite enough!
Haven't you had enough? I'll kill you on the spot if you don't yield. Punishment by the blade, my favorite. Now you'll see what we do with criminals, bastard! Haven't you had enough? I'll kill you on the spot if you don't yield! Punishment by the blade, my...
I'm a nobleman. You have to spare me.
Be quiet. We'll decide what we do later. Oh, they won't pay half a groschen for you, lad. So, tell me why I shouldn't hang you from the nearest tree, huh? I'm still... Who's going to stop me? I can't see any law here. I can see lots of crows that will enjoy feeding you. Crows can't talk.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere...
Well, why the... Besides...
One of... Even... I might... I won't... I've got a prisoner for you, sir. What...
He caught a few. And so you...
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank... We'll go... You ought...
All right.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
We didn't want to steal it. Well, Venser did. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't want nothing. Well, I got mixed up in this by mistake.
Stop arguing. Or I'll unhitch the car and let the horses drag you the rest of the way.
Huh. Where are you taking us?
To Sameen, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
Ah, it depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
With you? Hard to say. We'll see what kind of mood Lord Samin's in. But with the wedding and all, I wouldn't get my hopes up.
But I didn't do anything. It was all Venser.
Shut the fuck up, Franzi!
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Ha! Every mangiker I dragged to the gallows swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Captain's right. Only...
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
We didn't want to steal it. Well, Venser did. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't want nothing. Well, I got mixed up in this by... I said surrender. You're trying to piss me off. Enough. You ought to be ashamed. We'll do this the hard way then. Punishment by the blade, my favorite. Show your stuff. Now you'll see what we do with criminals, bastard.
I hope he doesn't hurt
I'll
anyone
hack
else.
you up like you deserve. You should have yielded! Now we'll display your corpse on the pillory! Punishment by the blade, my favorite!
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Venser's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
That ain't true.
What are you poking around here for?
But according just as he was stuffing the goods in his bag.
I said surrender!
Oh my God. I'm awfully hungry.
To the stop
Should I go
with
and get
him.
something?
Come on! Surrender! Enough!
People today.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the cart to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
We didn't want to steal it.
The other day, I came home early
wouldn't let me in. She said the doors. Huh?
Don't think I don't know who you are.
Give up!
For God's sake, you've injured him!
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the cart to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
The Lord sees you.
Was machst du? Du Nervensäge! Get out! Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me. A few dead by sap. And we're on the... I can't... Mate.
I'll have a look at the wares. A word about the price.
Warum nicht? Sehr gut. I can agree to that. Thank you and take care. Oh nein, du Bettler. Was willst du?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to discuss the price.
Natürlich, kein Problem.
Do we have a deal?
That's more like it. Lower your price a little more and we can make a deal. Nein, so bestimmt nicht. I'm done haggling with you. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald. Was brauchst du, Fremder? How can I help you?
What do you have for sale?
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
What do you have for sale?
So what do you want?
Show me your wares.
Wie schade. Viel Sehen.
Ich hasse diese Arbeit.
Wait! Don't move!
Watch where you're going.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few ice. Were you and for if you and where on I mate.
I'll have a look at the ware. Let's talk about the price.
Gut, versuchen wir's.
Do we have a deal?
That's quite a sum. Lower your price a bit and we'll make a deal.
And it looked like we'd never agree.
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
One more time, then.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down? The whole band?
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semin took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Now, don't worry. I don't think Lord Semin will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
You don't want me to steal that sword, do you?
God's nails. Don't annoy me, youngster. This is a serious matter. A good blade must be flexible, but not brittle. The best blades are made from welded steel.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia. And folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia, but you'll have to ask the Truskovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truskovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.